Welcome to the Teach for America Partnership webinar. I see it's a little bit after 12, so we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Brittany Randall. I'm an LSU Online Enrollment Concierge. And just to share a little bit about myself, I am originally from New Orleans, and I moved to Baton Rouge in 2015. I have a bachelor's degree in mass communications from Loyola University and currently pursuing my master's degree in educational technology with LSU Online. So I actually get to enjoy, sharing my personal experiences and perspective with students that I speak with on how to balance, work life and family life and school. Because, sometimes it does take excellent time management skills when you're a full-time employee, a full-time student, and a mom like myself. So Jason, you can go ahead and introduce yourself, followed by Dr. Manthei's introduction.
Hey y'all, I'm Jason Rosendahl. I'm actually from Seattle originally, so the y'all is a little bit foreign to me, but I like to use it anyway. I'm pretty new to LSU, but I'm working on a master's in higher education administration right now. I kind of bring a unique experience to the Learner Concierge team here at LSU. I was a former college baseball coach, and I've also spent a lot of time in public education and as a teacher. So I get what you all are going through right now. I get to bring that unique viewpoint to our Learner Concierge team. So I can give you guys a really, I know what you guys are going through as teachers. And then on to you, Dr. Manthei.
Hi, I'm Dr. Paul Manthei. Been at LSU for as a member of faculty since 2011. For the past 3 years, I've been an online programs coordinator for the School of Education. And just a few months ago, I assumed a new position in the Dean's Office for the College of Human Sciences and Education as the Director of Logistics for LSU Online Programs and Continuing Education Partnerships. Looking forward to introducing some of our programs that we have available from the College of Human Sciences and Education that some of you may be interested in. Actually, about 5 minutes before this meeting, my computer crashed. So I apologize. The delay was my fault. I had to switch from my PC over to a laptop. So that was the reason for the delay, and I apologize for that. But looking forward to giving you some information today, and hope that it piques your interest in our programs at LSU Online.
Thank you so much, you guys. So for our agenda for today, we're going to discuss, what makes LSU Online so unique. We're going to discuss our review on our world-class customer service and how we assist our students. We're also going to discuss our degree and program options that we offer, and then end the webinar with the Q&A section. So, what makes LSU Online so special? So we have designed pathways for our students to be admitted to an LSU Online campus, meaning we meet the students where they are on their individualized learning track, and we utilize our sister campuses across the state from LSU Shreveport, LSU Alexandria, and even LSU Eunice, just to make sure that we can find a great fit for the student based on their academic status. And we do that with our world-class dedicated concierge team. And we make sure that you have a point of contact from inquiry all the way up into graduation, just providing that additional support and then additional resources. So you can never feel like you're alone throughout your entire time with LSU Online. We also offer stackable learning options, meaning you can start off with some training and then work your way all the way up into a degree. And an example that comes to mind with that is our construction management program. So with that one, they have the microcredit option, they have the bachelor's degree, they have the post-bac certificate, as well as the master's degree. And with each one of those, they actually are transferable into one another. So that's what we truly mean about the stackable learning option. So you can literally get started at any point. And then we also have the no credit wasted policy. So we try to look at our student holistically and take into consideration their life experiences, their military and professional credentials to see what we can apply for a college credit through our prior learning assessment opportunities. And we're going into a little bit more details about that later on in the webinar. So with our world-class customer service, we truly do pride ourselves on each time that we speak with a student that they have a wonderful experience with us. You know, we're always one phone call or one email away to answer any question or concern that you may have. Again, we'll be that point of contact all the way up into graduation and just providing those additional resources. So just to kind of give an example, with our second fall module, our second summer module, that application deadline was right around the time of the pandemic when we started working remotely. And other schools and colleges, they also closed or started working remotely. And my student, she was able to actually request her transcript before her school closed. But once it did, she couldn't get in contact with anyone. She wasn't sure if they processed her request. So I actually just took that extra mile and reached out to the campus. I was finally able to reach her registrar's office via email, and they were able to send an email version of her transcript while we waited on the official to come in. So she was able to meet that application deadline and ultimately, you know, get admitted into the program. And that's just a very small example, honestly, on what me and my team actually do for our students on a daily basis. And also, just to go into a little deeper about what we do as a concierge team, with the enrollment side, we have our team divided into two parts. So for the initial conversation, the student would speak with our enrollment coordinators, and they would ask some qualifying questions. So they would ask the student, you know, what's motivating them to want to pursue a degree? They would ask about their academic history, really just trying to see what college credits that they have already to transfer into a program, to see if they have any certifications that can be applied towards the degree that they're interested in. Also with the payment options. So we'll ask if you are familiar with financial aid, or if your employer offers tuition reimbursement or even scholarship opportunities. And then, of course, we would want to know, you know, when you want to get started with the program, or even when you plan on graduating, like what time frame you're looking at, because a lot of students can use the degrees as like promotion opportunities. So based on the information that the enrollment coordinator gathers, then they'll transfer that student to the appropriate enrollment concierge. So at that point, the concierge would kind of go a little bit deeper into what that student goals is, and then see, you know, how they want that degree to help them accomplish those goals. And to kind of bring it to life for you, when you go to our website, theonline.lsu.edu, and you click that yellow button that says request more information, so you most likely will be connected with our enrollment coordinator to go over those qualifying questions that we just discussed. And if you're interested in the educational program, then most likely you will be transferred to me, or at least another one of my team members, and we just kind of dig a little bit deeper about what you want to do, going over program specific information, admissions requirements, as well as application requirements. And then once you're admitted, then you'll be transferred over to our learner concierge team. So Jason, if you can go into a little bit about what you guys do for our students once they're admitted.
Absolutely. Thanks, Brittany. So yeah, it's like Brittany was saying, once you're admitted to LSU, my favorite part is always getting on the phone with our welcome call. That's our next step. So you'll get an email from admissions saying you're, and from your enrollment concierge saying you're accepted. And then I get an opportunity to send you an email, and then we get to schedule a welcome call, and I get to congratulate you, and I just get to hear the excitement that you get to start your new journey with a master's degree in education. I handle all the education master's degree programs, as well as our graduate certificate in educational technology. And then I also work with the social work program. So hopefully I get a chance to speak with all of you on this webinar at some point for a welcome call. And then, so like Brittany mentioned earlier, I get to be your point of contact after admittance all the way through graduation. So you and I get to work remotely hand in hand, so to speak, as we go from getting you scheduled for classes all the way through our graduation ceremony. Some of the things I get to talk to you about on our welcome calls are getting you scheduled for your courses. So what courses you can begin with. I get to let you know about your advisor information. I get to walk you through the registration steps and the necessary ways to go about doing that. I get to make sure that all of your documents are in, and I'll be letting you know, if you have anything outstanding that you need to get in, just so that you get to stay on the right track and get to continue your degree. I'll let you know about some financial aid requirements and let you know that when everything's completed there, I can also get you in touch with anybody on campus. So what we like to say is, since you don't get an opportunity to come to Baton Rouge every day, some of you, even if you do, some of y'all are working full time, we want you to have somebody on campus that can be your biggest support system. And that can be me. I can provide other things too. I can answer questions, address your concerns. Even if you just want to talk about your program, we can talk about your program. Maybe we can talk about electives and see which ones which ones you might be interested in taking. I can definitely do that for you. I can find you additional resources that you may find interesting. I was even able to help one student learn how to use Zoom for the first time. So I thought that was pretty cool too. Learning how to use Zoom is one of the, I guess it's one of the perks of working remotely. So I get to work side by side with you and with other departments here on campus, whether that be financial aid, graduate admissions, Dr. Manthei's program in ed tech, as well as higher ed admin, educational leadership. You name it, I get to work with them for you, which is an awesome experience for me. Like I mentioned earlier, I can find you additional resources academically. Maybe you need some study strategies. I can go out and find those for you. Maybe you're interested in additional scholarships. I can find you some additional scholarships potentially. I can link you up to university resources. Hopefully you're a huge Tiger fan and you want to know about our university athletics. I can point you in the right direction there. If you need assistance with our online learning platform, Moodle, we have an e-learning orientation for you. I get trained in it as well. So if you have any questions, you can always run those by me. If you need getting help reaching IT, you can contact me and I get a hold of IT. So really anything you can think of, I always tell my students, you run it by me and I'll do my best to help you with a smile on my face. So after you're admitted and scheduled, then that's when the fun starts, because I get to check in with you about your classes. We get to talk and see how everything's going. I'll be sending you, frequent check-ins, just asking how everything's going, what you're thinking about taking for your next semester. How does it compare to the last module? Things like that. I'll be reminding you of when registration deadlines come up, just to make sure that you're on the right path. And then finally, during finals week, I'll be sending you encouraging emails, checking in. I'll be sending you maybe some funny GIFs or memes. You might not find them funny, but I usually do, so that's why I send them out anyway. And so that's basically my role as the learner concierge, and it's to help you get to graduation as best I can. And so our main goal here at LSU Online is to graduate. That's the primary goal. As you can see here, obviously we have a happy graduate with Mike the Tiger making a W, just like LSU does on the football field. Whenever they play. And so we want you to be winners too. So that's, my job is to help you get through your program as best I can. And speaking of graduation, our online students are always welcome to come to our graduations when they are in person. In December, we had it at Tiger Stadium, which was awesome. Your name will go up on that video board. You'll get a chance to meet Mike the Tiger, get photo ops, all over the stadium. Really cool experience. Obviously, it would be a great opportunity to get your picture in your cap and gown at Tiger Stadium. How cool that be? You can get a picture with that LSU Online sign. Just because you're an online student, doesn't mean that you're not associated with LSU. You're an LSU Tiger when you come through our education programs. So we want you to have that same experience that on-campus students have. So that's why we invite you. We have an online student reception. So you get to meet your enrollment team. You get to meet my team, the Learner Concierge team. You get to meet some of your professors. You get to meet some of your advisors. So it's a really cool experience. Other people associated with LSU Online come. There's free food, there's drinks. It's a lovely reception, really, really good time. Even though right now we're doing things virtually, we still celebrate our students in a virtual manner, whether that be sending you to our lsu.edu celebration page where you can download pictures in your cap and gown. You can have a cool backgrounds like the ones Brittany and I have right now. You can also do like Instagram filters, and we'll celebrate our graduates on social media platforms. And you can always send us your stories, and we can get awesome testimonials with you. We love to hear the success stories, and that starts with you guys. So graduation's an awesome time. We all want to celebrate you as best we can. Hopefully we get back to graduating in person soon, but if not, then we can always just celebrate you virtually as well.
So going to our prior learning opportunities. So as we discussed before, we do look at our students holistically, and we highly encourage that you submit anything that you think is relevant regarding like your certifications that you have obtained over the years. And then with that, it is up to the department's discretion to let you know what will be applied as college credit. With other options, you have the microcredit programs that can also possibly transfer into the degree in programs. And with utilizing both of those opportunities, it does shorten the time it takes for you to get the degree, and of course makes it more affordable. And then now we'll go to Dr. Manthei to kind of discuss what the programs that we have.
Sure. So just a few things about all of our programs in general. Our online programs. One of the things I really like about the program offerings we have is the flexibility of online instruction, the ability to proceed through the programs at your pace and fit it into your schedule, fit it into your busy life. Most of our courses, a majority of them are taught by full-time faculty. In the programs where we also have an on-campus counterpart, many of the same courses are taught by the same faculty that teach on campus. And even in the instances where we use adjuncts, those adjuncts are carefully vetted. Many of them are LSU alumni. They're highly qualified instructors for the courses that they teach. So I'm going to talk to you today about a few of the programs that will be of special interest to those of you in education. Let's go ahead and go to the next slide. So the first one I want to talk to you about for a minute is the Master's in Education and Educational Leadership. This degree is intended for those who are interested in a leadership position in a K-12 school, either an assistant principal, even up to a superintendent. You don't have to have a GRE to be admitted into the program, and you're able to complete this program in as little as 15 months. It's a very strong program. It's organized around the ISLIC standards. So it prepares you, those are national standards for leadership and education. It prepares you to take the licensing test, and to make sure there's reciprocity in your state, you can talk to the program coordinator, Dr. Carlos Lee. His information is at the bottom of the slide if you want to get more specific information about this particular degree. We can go, okay. The Masters of Arts in Education with a specialization in educational technology is a 36-hour master's program. You can complete it in the maximum time you would need if you took one class per module is 2 years, but you can certainly complete it faster than that if you're able to take more than one course per module. We have 6 modules per year. Each one is about 7.5 weeks long. So you can start at any time during the year. You can jump into the program whenever you're ready, and there will always be courses for you to take. We've designed the course carousels so that they're in a constant rotation. You're able to start any time of the year and progress towards the degree. The graduate certificate is comprised of 4 courses from the master's program. It's a 12-hour certificate. You take 1 course per module for the graduate certificate, so you complete it in about 9 months. No GRE is needed for either one of these programs. This program, either the graduate certificate or the master's, is intended for people People in education who maybe want to be a facilitator in educational technology in their school, or an educational technology leader. If you're not in a school setting, you can also work in the educational technology field by working as a learning designer, working in technology integration into schools or into a workplace setting, training and professional development if you're in human resources. This degree prepares you for designing digital learning experiences that you can use to educate either students or employees, depending on which setting that you're in. This is one of our programs that we do offer prior learning assessment credits for. We have a partnership with Quality Matters where you can earn up to 9 credit hours if you're a holder of either the Teaching Online certificate or the Master Reviewer certificate from Quality Matters. Also, our LSU Online division has a learning experience design micro credential that is comprised of 5 courses in their division. If you complete their micro cred in learning experience design, you can apply that to the Masters in Educational Technology and get up to 6 credit hours before you even take the first class towards your Masters. If you have any questions, specifics about this program, you can email edtechonline@lsu.edu. We also offer a Master's of Arts in Education with a specialization in higher education administration. This is for anyone who's interested in working in administration in a university, college, community college setting. It is designed for people who work in anywhere from student affairs to financial aid to upper level administration, Greek life, any type of administrative position you can think about on campus. This degree would qualify you to apply for those positions. GRE submission is optional for this degree program. You don't have to have the GRE to apply. You can use GRE results if you want to supplement your application, but it's not required. The 36 credit hours for this degree can be completed in 2 years as well, taking 1 course per module. A lot of the students in this program they'll take 2 courses per module, sometimes in the summer, because they feel like they have a little bit more time. So they usually finish, the average for this degree finish time is probably about 18 months. Again, this program is also designed, no prerequisites, jump in anytime during the year, any module, start when you're ready and finish when you're ready. And that's one of the things that I really like about this program in particular. If you have specific programs about the Higher Education Administration Masters, you can email heaonline@lsu.edu. Finally, I want to talk about our Master of Social Work. This is a nationally recognized online program. It's also a fully accredited online program by the Council on Social Work Education. It's for anyone who's interested in working in the field where they get to tackle social problems, help people that are in need in areas such as child welfare, substance abuse and treatment, and lots of other issues that affect families and society in our world today. Full-time students can complete this program in 2 years. Full-time for online is considered 2 courses per module. If you are not able to go full-time, you can also go part-time, which would be 1 course per module. It would just take you a little bit longer to complete the degree. If you have an eligible bachelor's in social work, you can enter into this program with what's called advanced standing, which will take about a year off of your time, and it will allow you to complete the Master of Social Work in 9 to 12 months. If the bachelor's in social work you have is eligible, you get to apply 27 credit hours towards this master's. So it's a big bonus if you're able to do that. And the eligibility for the bachelor's degree is determined by the faculty in the department. There is an internship component for the Master of Social Work. It usually requires 2 days a week during normal business hours, and you get to work at a placement in social service agencies that are in your home area. So not an internship that you necessarily have to travel for, but there is an internship requirement. It's part of the, it's necessary for the accreditation and for this degree. If you would like more information about this program specifically, you can contact Frankie Johnson by emailing fjohn26@lsu.edu.
Okay, so thank you so much, Dr. Manthei, about going over the programs that we offer. With a great opportunity for people who are interested to see, what it's like to take online classes with us, there is the opportunity called Go for Free. And that is at no cost. Yes, it is free 99. So you don't have to worry about any of that. You really get a really great introduction on what it's like to pursue a degree with us. And one of our featured courses right now is the COVID-19 resources for educators. So that's a way for educators can increase their understanding of issues related to the transition of remote learning, especially with everything that's been going on. I know for a lot of schools across the country, they are switching to where the upcoming school year is going to be remote as well. So to learn more about that class and others that we offer, you can go to online.lsu.edu/free. And then we're also currently enrolling for our upcoming term, which is our first fall that starts August 24th. And then you have until August 10th to get that application completed to be reviewed for that particular start date. So feel free to give us a call at the number that's on the screen. You can also send us an email at lsuonline@lsu.edu or visit our website, which is again online.lsu.edu. And then, of course, hit that button at the top that says request more information like we talked about earlier. So at this time, we're going to open the floor for any questions. You can put it in the Q&A box that should be at the bottom of your screen, and we'll be here to answer them for you. So even if you have questions regarding more about what we do as the concierge team, more questions about the program, just let us know.
We got one here, Brittany. When is the next application deadline?
So again, with that one, it's for our first fall that starts August 24th. And then you have until August 10th to get that application completed.
I got one more for you, Brittany.
Okay.
What's your favorite part about being an enrollment concierge?
Oh, that's a really hard question. Honestly, my favorite part is talking to students all across the country, across the world. I get to talk to a lot of military students that live in Japan, traveling with their families. So it's really good to see that we all have one thing in common, which is the love for LSU. What about you, Jason? What's your favorite part about being at LC?
Well, I love talking to people from the Northwest, even though I moved away from there. That's one of my favorite parts. Is I always like to talk Northwest with people. So we have people who apply from all over the country, and I even talked to a student from Germany earlier last week. I have a student who I talked to in Japan. So the time difference there is pretty weird, but I make it work for them. So I think that's a really cool part. Just getting to know too, what everyone wants to get into with their future careers. I think that's really interesting. We have a career center that we can also, and a career tool on our online website that we can help show you in case you're curious about different avenues you want to explore after you've completed your degree. So I always like asking those questions and see what people are interested in.
And I see another question that came in. They wanted to know, will this be emailed out? Yes, it will be sent out to everyone who's signed in today and even other students as well. And then another question says, are students receptive to online learning, or are they ready for in-person classes?
I think our students are definitely receptive to online learning. People who apply for our online programs in particular are looking for something that fits into their lives and their schedule. So they're definitely looking for that kind of experience. And what they find is that even though it is online, they're able to make connections with their colleagues, their classmates. They're able to connect with professors Most of our professors have live sessions, but if you can't attend, that's fine. They record them and you can watch them later. So it's not an issue if you can't attend a live lecture. There's also a lot of discussion boards that go on, so you get a chance to really know the people that you're going through the program with. I see we have a question about someone with military experience and using their military experience for college credits. That is possible with prior learning assessment. Those situations are decided on a case-by-case basis. So the program faculty will review any military training you had that you think might be applicable toward the degree. And they'll review the training, the materials, syllabus from the military training courses that you took. And if they're applicable, they will consider giving you credits, credit hours for courses that are similar to the training that you had.
And another question that came in, Jason, you may want to take this one. It says, what is the best way to help online students feel connected to the university?
It's a great question. I think there's a few different ways that you can go about doing that. Number one is during our welcome call, we can always agree to, for me to check in with you more frequently. We can always have conversations about how your classes are going or how you're feeling, if you're stressed out or if you're just doing really well and you just want to tell me how well you're doing. That's one way you can feel connected to the university. Or I can constantly send you updates about what's going on here at LSU. You can always be sure to follow our social media accounts. We have LSU Online LinkedIn, as well as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. There's a Facebook graduation group, so you can go ahead and celebrate those Tigers who are graduating this summer, just so that you can envision yourself graduating in a few years or less. That's one way. And also taking part in your courses, being overly active in your discussion boards, reaching out to your classmates. Also, our online instructors have virtual office hours too, so don't hesitate to reach out to them and ask them questions.
And those are some really great points, Jason. And just to add, like even with being an online student, you still get access to the alumni network as well. So you can see if there's a chapter that's close to you if you're not local and build connections that way as well. And then I see another question. It says, I have a full-time job and I am worried about balancing my coursework. Are the programs friendly to working professionals? So I definitely think so. Again, it does take great time management skills. I'm not going to lie to you. With our classes, they're asynchronous, so you don't have to sign in at a certain time of day, and it's just guided with those deadlines and due dates. So you have to find, what works best for you. Me personally, I have a toddler, a 2-year-old. So I work from 8 to 4:30. I have to cook dinner, get her kind of wind down from the day. And then towards the end of the night, I'll just do like 2 hours of night dedicated to my coursework. And I've been very successful with it. So it's really about carving out that time to dedicate to your classwork to see what would be best for you.
I'll speak to that too. I'm more of a morning person. So like my hours are 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. So so students can reach me at that time. But I'm more of a morning person. So what I do is I get up early and then I do my schoolwork in the morning before it's time for me to open up my email and start answering questions.
Yeah, and I'll just add that in our program, the students work with an academic advisor who will talk to them about their goals for graduation and what are their other responsibilities and things. And they'll really work with them to decide on a pace and a schedule that fits into their lives. You want a good balance in your life between schoolwork, professional responsibilities if you have a job, and family responsibilities if you have a family or significant other. You don't want coursework to overtake your life. You still want to have a good balance. You still need time to relax, unwind. So we really work with students to make sure that they're scheduling courses in a way that fits into their life instead of taking over their life.
That's some really good points, Dr. Manthei.
Those are some good questions. Y'all keep them coming.
So I see we have a question in the Q&A. Is it possible to use teaching experience and transfer graduate credit from other universities that were earned between 2009 and 2018? So in terms of transferring credits from other universities, the graduate school does have a 5-year requirement. So the courses have to be taken within 5 years of your anticipated graduation date. There is a procedure called revalidation, where if the courses are older than 5 years, the faculty can work with the student to review the course material, and it is possible to revalidate those courses if they're older than 5 years. And that just depends on the person and the situation and exactly which courses they're hoping to do transfer credits for.
Are you guys thinking of any more questions you want to add? Okay, so it seems like that's it for the questions. If you do think of anything, feel free to reach out to us via email at lsuonline@lsu.edu. But thank you guys so much for your time today, and have a great day.
Go Tigers!
Go Tigers!
Go Tigers.